everybody. My name is Haley. I'm 14. I want to tell you about my life in my unusual, large, and multi-kids family. Our family is unusual because there are 20 of us. Not 5, not 7, not even 10. 20. Can you imagine? I'm sure some of you could think I live in a kind of big family residence where several families live together. You are wrong. We're all sisters and brothers. 12 girls, 8 boys. 4 triplets and 4 twins. We are from 3 to 16 years old. You might as well think my parents are crazy, but their lifelong dream to give birth to the maximum amount of kids, God gave them. We've been abandoned by our own relatives when my mom got pregnant for the 3rd time, despite her and my dad already having 6 kids. My parents were told that to keep giving birth to so many kids was unwise and egoistic. They cut ties with us because of the lack of mutual understanding and because of their contempt, too. Like, if we have this kind of situation with our relatives, how do you think strangers look at us? They all think we're crazy and avoid us. I don't know why. We have never asked for anybody's help. We're a self-contained family with just a bit more kids in it. Our dad is a successful businessman. He runs a candy factory, so we live in pretty good conditions. We live in a 3-story house. We have a family bus and a dining room with 2 chefs working for us. I think our mom would go crazy if we weren't that wealthy, and we would be deeply unhappy kids. Maybe it's hard to hear the truth, but the reality is that money talks in big families. Dad pays for the housekeepers, tutors, teachers, coaches, and nannies, so our mom would have time for each of us, and we all feel loved and needed. Maybe that sounds impossible for you. Have you ever been to a youth summer camp? Our life looks like that. Every morning we wash up, do sports together, then we have breakfast and leave for school by our family bus. After school, we go to the sports club where each of us does some activity. Volleyball, karate, or tennis. In the evening, we do our own stuff, but we always go to bed at 10:30 p.m. So we have to do all of our things until that time. Actually, things are not going that smooth. We really get tired of each other because it's pretty difficult to be with the same people every single day, even though they're your family. Plus, in our family, passions run high. Sometimes we argue and even fight with each other. Nobody has an opportunity to be alone, but sometimes you need it so bad. We are all of different characters and tempers, so quite often our moods don't get along, and that causes conflict. For example, one of us wants to listen to rock music, another wants to read a book in silence, and a third one has a headache and wants to sleep. Good, the scandal is inevitable. Of course, we always try to negotiate it in order to not bother each other, but sometimes we fail. And if any of us caught a flu, everybody would be infected in several days. That's why you're always sent to so-called quarantine when you're sick even a little bit. It's a little extra house. When staying there, you minimize the risk of infecting others. Recently, we had a story so exciting that it could be used as a plot for some blockbuster movie. We were coming back from the family picnic by our family bus, but as we drove up to the gates, our car was blocked by the police. The men in blue uniforms broke our windows and put all the adults on the floor, our mom, dad, and even our nanny. We were totally scared. We thought we were attacked by some criminals, and everybody panicked. When the investigators and the prosecution stuff arrived, it all turned out to just be a misunderstanding. At that time, we had just moved into our house and lived there for about a month. One of our neighbors called the police and said that every evening a bus brings a group of kids of different ages. He decided it was child trafficking. The police reacted immediately and sent a SWAT team to catch the kidnappers. After that, our parents decided to meet all the neighbors to avoid such misunderstandings in the future. You know, I used to be angry with my parents. I would think, like, why am I not the only kid? I always get so annoyed with such a big number of brothers and sisters. But things changed when a misfortune happened with one of our little sisters. She had a severe disease, and only a miracle could save her. Saying miracle, I mean a bone marrow donor. But it's almost impossible to find one because he or she would have to be a relative, and even in that case, chances of a match are 1 in 1,000. All together, we went to the hospital, and without doubt, we all had the test. We kept receiving negative results. Not one of us, even our parents, were suitable donors. When hope was almost gone, the doctors came to my results. My bone marrow was 100% suitable for my sister. They operated on us immediately, and in 2 weeks, my sister came back home. I felt incredibly good about being helpful. I saved my sister's life. And after that, my attitude to our multi-kid family changed. Of course, we're all different. There's plenty of us. Sometimes we fight and get angry with each other, but we still can rely on each other anytime. Everybody in this family has a global support, represented by 20 brothers and sisters. Recently, we started visiting Dad at work on Saturdays. During the whole day, we prepare sweets and cookies, pack them up, and give them to families in need. Dad says it's important to teach us diligence and sympathy not only within our own family. He knows of a case when kids from large families grew up and just ignored the existence of others in the world. Actually, our interactions are more like spending time together, and we're very interested in other families' lifestyles. We like meeting them and getting to know them. I'm happy I was born in such a large family. It's cool to have so many brothers and sisters. I love them all. I hope we'll get to lean on each other and protect each other even when we grow up. Comment below how many sisters and brothers